here's the car all put back together. I got the radiator bolted in. I bought this adapter plate from iWire. It was $100, which is kind of pricey, but as you can see, it fits perfectly. And that way you don't have to drill holes in this front member, which is something I didn't want to do. It uses the factory holes and then the little rubber bushings in there. Fits perfectly. And it looks pretty good too. And then I still have this top radiator hose zip tied. I'm making a bracket right now actually that will go right here so I can pull that hose in, because it is pretty close to the pulley right there. Even right there it's kind of close. So I'm making just putting a piece of metal right there with holes so I can zip tie it around. And then another thing I need to do is get a different turbo inlet. This is an eBay one and it's 3-inch, and it didn't have the adapter plate, so I had a really big leak right there. I just bought this piece of metal for now until I can get a new turbo inlet. It works, but it just looks really ghetto, and I'm not trying to run that. So, and then coolant reservoir, still getting one of those. I got a JDM one, but I think it runs in this fender. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I was looking at in the picture. So I want something to mount over here because I am running Mishimoto slim fans, and I don't know where the coolant reservoir would go over here, and I don't want to run it all the way across here. It would be nice to keep it on this side. And the last thing on this engine is this coolant line right there that runs into the turbo. That is leaking. I found a hole in it before, but it's, as you can see, it's super flimsy. There's a crack right there, and it usually has this shrink wrap, which it doesn't have, so it's leaking a little bit. So I need to get a new one of those. I actually ordered one, but I got the wrong one on accident. But it's getting there. It's almost done. Just maybe another week of tinkering with, you know, some of the little kinks that I have in it, but like I said, it's almost there. And actually, let me show you the outside too, because I got new wheels. I got some RPF ones. They are 17 by 8 with a 45 offset, and these are 215 45 17s. They fit really good. I'm on stock suspension right now. As you can see, I have giant wheel gap, but that will be fixed. I just bought some used suspension online, which should be here next week or two, so I'll be going a little lower. And I also vinyl wrapped the roof. My roof was a little faded, and these window seals were all beat up, so I vinyl wrapped the roof with 3M gloss black. It turned out really well. It's not perfect, but it looks way better than what it was before. And I vinyl wrapped a few roofs, so it was a little difficult with the sunroof. As you can see on these corners, I messed up a little bit, but I can always just rewrap the centerpiece, which I'm gonna do. As you can see right there, I messed up a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty good. Definitely a lot better than it was, but yeah, it's coming together. And I'll start it up right now so you can see it running. So I got the interior pretty much all together. Just got to put my glove box in. I got my fan working on all the settings, and this interior is really clean for being a 2000. It does have a crack right there, but I just picked up a new one. It's dirty, but there's no cracks in it, which is awesome. I'm gonna get that installed, and then I put a Pro Sport mechanical boost gauge in it. I think these things are like 50 bucks. And they work pretty well. I had one in my old WRX, and I compared it with the Axis port, and it was actually really close as far as the PSI reading. Let's start this up. So I don't have any check engine lights or anything. My airbag light is on. I double checked all the wires and everything is connected, so I don't know if I need to reset the airbag somehow. I need to look that up. But yeah, this is it. I'm gonna go close the hood, and I'll take it around the block. Oops. So as far as this car engine goes, the only aftermarket part on the engine is that turbo inlet, and I just am not running a axle back right now, so I don't have the muffler on it, just to get a little bit more noise. I am keeping the exhaust all stock for right now because I'm gonna get this car barred since I'm in California, so I need to keep it all stock to pass the inspection. So I don't know if I need to switch out the turbo inlet or not. I'm gonna try to pass with that one, and then I'm gonna probably get a per-in one. But yeah, the car's running good. Like I said, there's a couple more things I need to fix, but it idles really well. It starts up every time. There's no glitches at all. And I've put about 100 miles on this clutch, so I'm still breaking it in. So I haven't really gotten on the car too much, but I have a little bit just to feel the turbo as far as the PSI reading and everything. But the car is a lot faster, even without going all the way to redline. It is so much quicker than what it was. And this engine is completely stock, so I couldn't imagine it with just simple bolt-ons and a cob tune. So here it is. Like I said, I can't get on it too much because I'm breaking in this clutch still. But all in all, this is definitely an awesome swap to have because you're getting an extra probably 60 or 70 horsepower to the wheels just by keeping this engine stock. And then with the turbo, it feels so much faster. And also it sounds really good. I mean, I've had a 2.5 RS with unequal weight header and exhaust, and they sound decent, but the 2.0s definitely sound a lot better. And then you also get the turbo spool, which even with this engine completely stock, I can already hear the turbo spooling. So once I go catless, it's going to be a lot louder. And I mean, with this swap, if you just go through iWire to get your harness merged, it's expensive, but it's totally worth it. Because I couldn't imagine doing this swap and then having to troubleshoot, you know, a certain wire because your car's not running right because you made the harness yourself, and then you have to go back. It's just, I couldn't imagine doing it. It'd be such a pain. It's just, with iWire, you get the harness merged and it just plugs right in, and you don't have to worry about anything electrical, which is kind of the hardest part on this swap, is getting the engine and harness connected together. Because all the mechanical stuff to bolt in, it's not that bad. It's pretty simple. If you know how to work on a car, I mean, it's not bad. And there's a lot of help on the forums or just people online that will help you out. So if you're planning on doing this swap, just do a lot of research beforehand, save up some money so you can get the harness merged and have some extra money to tinker with, because you're gonna run into some issues. But it's such a good swap. It's kind of what these cars should have. So that's it for today. I'll make another video once I get it broken in, and then I can actually take it on some mountain roads, and I'll really get on it. So thanks for watching.